Hi, boys and girls. I'm happy that you're joining us for math night, and I hope that you'll be able to come and see us on Tuesday. Today, I'm going to talk to you about counting. We're all learning how to count the correct way in our classrooms, and some counting strategies that can help you as we learn how to count big sets of numbers. Right now, we're doing smaller sets of numbers. As we learn to count bigger sets of numbers, one thing that we can do is to count and scoot. So if you have a pile of things, you're going to scoot them over and count as you move them. So you count 1, 2, 3. Right? That's counting and scooting. That's a counting strategy that we can use to help us. Here's another one, count and touch. In Mrs. Graff's class, a lot of times I'll tell you to show me your pointing finger, and that's what we use to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to count nice and slow so that your mouth matches up to your finger, right? Another strategy is to line them up and count them. That's another thing that we do in Mrs. Graff's class. We line them up. So if you have a whole bunch of things, it's way easier if you line them up and then count and touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And another thing is when you're all finished and you say, okay, I have 4 things, go back and check. Count and check to make sure that you have the right number. All right. So I'm going to show you some things that I brought in my box. I think I'm going to use my document camera, okay, so that you'll be able to see it better. Okay. So we're going to use this as our counting mat, okay? I'm going to move my camera down so you can see better. All right, so this is a counting mat. This is just a half sheet of paper. You can use an index card to help you. Something that you can do at home is find something that you have a lot of. Like one thing I have a lot of at my house is pennies, right? Pennies is a good counter. Another thing that I have a lot of is buttons, right? So I'm going to use buttons today. And you can play counting games with your snacks, right? At dinner time, your mom can say, oh, or your dad can say, oh, I want you to count out 5 M&Ms. And you can have 5 M&Ms for your snack, all right? So find something that you have a lot of at home and use those to help you learn how to count better, right? So if I say, show me 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me double check and make sure I have 4 buttons there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's right. There's 4 buttons. Do you see how I used one of our strategies? I lined them up, right? And then I pointed and counted them, right? To make sure I had the right amount. So you can use a half sheet of paper or you can use an index card to count small items if you don't have a counting mat to help you, okay? So let's see what else I have in my box here. Another thing you can do, I know some of you might have dry erase boards from last year, but you know what? You can go to the dollar store and get a dry erase board. And here's my marker, okay? So You can do this yourself, or you can have your friend do this with you, or your grandmother, or your neighbor, whoever comes over to your house. All right. So let's say, ooh, still working on that number 4, right? So I have to put 4 things on my whiteboard. Let me change my camera. All right. I'll use my buttons again, and I think it looks backwards on there. Let's see if I can turn it around. No. All right, sorry. Sometimes things work out. It looks backwards to me. It might look the right way to you, but I'm gonna just go ahead and hold it up. Oops, sorry. There we go. You guys could see my ceiling, right? I need 4 buttons on my board. Now, please bear with me because I have to do it holding them up, okay? So if you have a bunch of items in your hand, line them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in a row, right? Now, what if I wanted to change that number? Let me get my eraser. Okay. I think you guys should practice 0 to 5, groups of objects 0 to 5. That would be helpful for you here in class, okay? So this is number 2, all right? Now, 2 is a pretty easy number, right? Because you only need, 1, 2. And I guess I can go ahead and put it down here because it still looks backwards to me, so maybe it's okay. And I'm sorry if it is backwards. There you go. 2, 1, 2. See, 2 is an easy one, right? Right, so take it off, erase it, and let's make a set of 1. There's 1. Right? Okay, now, good job. Don't forget, you can use pennies, you can use cereal, you can use beads, you could use stickers, you can even draw. Like, if you have your dry erase board and your marker, you could draw a set of 1 if you didn't have anything to count, right? You could use beans, you could use pasta, like macaroni. Those are all things we all have at our house, right? But they can help us to learn how to count better. All right, so let's see what else I have here. I have some dotted cards. Now, you can make these by cutting pieces of paper in half and then drawing the circles on there. So if we look carefully at them, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to show you down here on my whiteboard. If you're having trouble counting, these cards can help you get the right number and help you learn how to count, pointing and counting. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. Right, so do the next one. All right. That was a little glary. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. So we need 3 buttons on there. 1, 2, 3. So you're making the same set that's on your card. There's 1, right? And then this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So dot cards are very helpful because you can't put any more than what it shows. 1, 2. There's 2. Okay. Now I have two sets of dot cards actually. I have these and then I have some orange ones. So you can also play a game with them if you have two sets where you find the one that has the same amount on the card. So this one has two. So I need to look through my orange cards and see if I can find one that has two. There, those two have the same. 2 and 2, that's the same, right? Let's look at the next one. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need, excuse me, to find the one that has 5. There's 5. 5 squares and 5 circles. Those are the same, right? Oh, this one has 1. Right, let's look through here and see if I can find one that has 1. Oh, there it is. 1 circle, 1 square. Right, and this one has 1, 2, 3. Now, does this one have 3? No. Oh, here it is. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? And then I have my last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to find one that looks just like that one. There it is. There's 4 on that one. So those two are the same. So that's a fun game you can play with your homework helper or with your brother or sister or your neighbor. All right. Right, another thing. Ooh, I have a sock here, okay? And you can play a game with a sock. I know everybody has socks that they lose in their dryer. I know I have a lot. Yes, a lot of socks that don't have a match, right? Okay, so your homework helper can put some pennies or rocks or something inside of your sock. You have to say, I think you put 4 rocks in my sock. All right, let's see. So stick your hand in there. Da, 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 da. Let's see how many we have in there. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, 3 are in there. You were close, right? You said 4 and there's 3. That was a good try. All right, now you can do it for your homework helper. All right, get a couple out of your box. See, I have my box here. Let me get a couple. See if you can guess how many I have. All right, take a guess. How many do you think are in there? 2? Let's see. I think there's more than 2. All right, let's see. We have a lot. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I used one of our strategies. I used the line it up and count strategy. Line them up. That always helps to organize all the things that you're trying to count. So that's just a little fun game you can play. Learning how to count is fun, isn't it? Yeah. All right, and my last thing that I have brought are, I went to the dollar store and I bought a necklace. But I'm going to use that necklace for counting, right? So I'm going to show you down here on my whiteboard. Put your beads out like this. Okay. All right, now let's see. Now I have some number cards here, okay? So this number says 4. So I need to find the beads that have 4 all together. I know it's not that one because that's only 1, right? I know it's not that one because that one has 3. Oh, maybe it's this one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I used one of our strategies, touch and count. Yep. So there's 4. 4 will go there. Oh, there's number 1. I see that one right there, number 1. Okay. He keeps falling off. There we go. All right, so now, uh-oh. I don't have that number right. That one's 1, 2, 3. Must be missing out of my bag here. All right, let me move it to the side. All right, there's 5. Let's see if I can find the one that has 5. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, there it is. There's 5. I got 2 left. Here's number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. These are rolling all around. Yikes. Right, and then I have number 3, and I can put that one right there. And since I don't have one for number 2, I can just draw it. 1, 2. There. Now another thing you could do is take the cards that you have and put them in order from 1 to 6. So we have 1, 2, 3. Here's 4, 5, and 6. All right. Right, so those are just a few things, few simple things that you could use at home to help you become a better counter. We're all learning new things, right? And one of the things we have to learn how to do is count. All right. Well, thank you for coming. If you come to math night, you're going to get a bag of number puzzles. And then you can do these on your own. So this is brand new. So it has the number 7. It has a 10 frame with a 7. Then it's got objects. And then it has the number word. Now, if I were you, I would take out 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 out of your bag until you're ready for it, okay? Because we're still learning. And I think if you worked on number 3 and you work on number 5 and number 1 and number 2 and number 4, then it would really help you to get ready for 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, okay? So if you come to math night, you're gonna get one of these handy dandy puzzles and you can take them all apart and try to get them back together, okay? Well, thank you so much for coming to my math presentation, and I look forward to seeing all of you become better counters. Thanks, guys, and I hope that you'll come to Trick or Trunk and we'll get to see you there. All right? Have a great night. Thanks a lot. Bye.